This video will show you how to replace the washer fluid reservoir with pump assembly on a Ford Edge. This will be located behind the passenger side front bumper cover. Let's get into it. Okay friend, let's get started on our job. To remove the washer fluid reservoir, most of it's going to be done from inside the front fender well. But let's start under the hood. In between the washer fluid reservoir and the coolant reservoir, you're going to find an 8mm headed mounting bolt. Let's go ahead and remove that. Now that we have this broken free, let's safely raise and support the front of the vehicle. We'll safely raise and support the front of the vehicle so the passenger side front wheel's off the ground. After completing that, we're going to remove your center cover and then remove all 5 of your 19mm lug nuts. As far as the center cover, just carefully pry it out of place. Now it's time for our lug nuts. Now that we have the wheel out of the way, let's start dislodging our inside fender liner. We're going to start with some push clips on the inboard side here. As far as these push clips, I'm using a trim tool. We'll carefully start removing the center to unlock it. Once you have it unlocked, you should be able to pull out the outer portion as well. Just a quick inspection of those as we continue on. So as we start dislodging the inside fender liner, I like to make my way down along the bottom next. In this area, you should find that you have 2 5.5mm mounting bolts. Go ahead and remove that one. Let's move along to the next. There's our second. We can move this around. Let's make our way back out from under the vehicle. We have several more bolts up along the edge of the fender liner. So as we make our way out, we have 3 more 5.5mm mounting bolts. We should be able to take hold of the inside fender liner. We're going to carefully start dislodging it so we can make our way in and behind. Now that we have that out of the way, we have a clear view of our washer fluid reservoir. If you have any fluid in it, let's start draining that first. Once it's done draining, we can continue on with the removal. Now that I let this drain, the next thing I always like to do is mark the hose. I'm marking the hose that goes on the front of my washer pump. During the installation, we need to make sure we have these in the same orientation. Make a clear marking. Make sure you know where it is. Go ahead and remove the next hose. Same process for this one. I'm just using my small angled pick. A quick inspection. I am not marking this hose. We've already marked the other one. Let's make our way up to the washer fluid pump electrical connector. As far as this connector, it has a locking tab on the outboard side. Typically, you can squeeze that in by hand and lift it up and out of position. If it does not squeeze in and does not lift, you could continue on with your angled pick. Make your way under this area. I'm reaching up for my locking tab. It's pretty much impossible to see, but it's essentially doing the same thing as if I was to press here. I'm pulling away on it and dislodging it. No corrosion there. This looks good. Now that I have that disconnected, we do still have one more electrical connector to disconnect. But as you look along the rearward side of this washer fluid reservoir, we can see one piece of hardware. The second piece of hardware will be on the forward side, which is also right where our next electrical connector is. As for this electrical connector, you know what to do. Go ahead and find the locking tab. We're going to squeeze that in and pull it up and out of place. No corrosion there. Let's continue on to the mounting hardware. That's located just up in this area right here. We're using a 10mm with an extension. As we start removing our final piece of hardware, we want to keep in mind this is the last thing holding this in place, other than the studs attached to the body of the vehicle. Let's go ahead and take hold of this. Start pulling it away. We'll twist this as necessary. Start bringing it down and out of position. It's possible you might feel as though you get stuck on the horns. We're just gently flexing things as necessary. This should want to slide out of position. There it is, friend. Now, prior to installation of any brand new part, of course, we want to make sure we clean and inspect our mounting area. We've already talked about each of our two hoses. We want to make sure they're soft and pliable, not torn, worn, or damaged. If they are, you need to go ahead and replace them. Aside from that, we have the mounting points on the body of the vehicle. We have one stud out in the open. Just a quick wipe. The next stud's a little bit further inboard here. Everything looks good down here. Let's prepare for installation. Now it's time for installation of our brand new washer fluid reservoir with pump assembly. As we bring this up into position, you're going to find you have to twist it in several different directions, attempting to press it up and into the engine compartment. We'll make sure that we can still gain access to both of our hoses. Let's align the washer fluid reservoir with its mounting points. There's one. Obviously, we need to do the same on the forward side. There we go. Now that I have this in place, we'll continue on with both pieces of lower hardware. 10mm nut for each one of our mounting studs. As far as these are concerned, start them on by hand so they're not cross-threaded, and then snug them up. Let's double check to confirm that's properly secured. It should not move around in any way. We'll continue on with our electrical connector along the front for our level sensor. For this, we're just lining it up with the connector port. We're pressing it straight down. We'll listen for a click from that. Double check to make sure it's secured. Before we reconnect our washer pump, let's continue with our two washer fluid hoses. Now, when you look at the washer fluid reservoir, you're going to find that you have grooves for the hoses to fit down and into. So I'm just bringing them along the groove. Before pressing it all the way in, we need to make sure we're on the pump. Press it on as far as possible. I do have my marking on this, so I know that this does go to the forward side. Now that I have this plugged into the pump, I'm going to resecure this to the washer fluid reservoir. When doing so, we want to make sure we do not crimp the hose, restricting fluid flow. We have our next hose along this side. Goes up along the washer fluid reservoir here. We want to make sure we press it in as far as possible. I have a smooth bend. We'll make sure it's secured all the way up at the top. As for this electrical connector, the locking tab faces out towards us. Press it in, audible click, and it's secure. Now, one last quick inspection in this area and we can reinstall our fender liner. Now that I have this in the fully rested position, I always like to start with my push clips first. As far as each one of the push clips, you need to have them in the unlocked position. You're driving in the outer portion, locking it in by pressing in the center. Repeat the process for all others. Now we have our mounting bolts making our way down the fender liner and bumper cover. Once we're done out here, we're going under the front for our two mounting bolts there as well. Adjust your bumper cover as necessary. Now from under the front bumper cover, we're aligning our hardware here. one. Make our way over. Double check to make sure that's secured in place. Let's prepare to install our wheel. Now that I have this in place, I'm going to start on all 5 of my 19mm lug nuts. I'm going to bottom these out in a crisscross manner, get the wheel safely on the ground. After that, torque each one of the lug nuts to 100 foot-pounds. Now I've got the wheel safely on the ground so it will not move. Let's go ahead and torque each one of these lug nuts to that 100 foot-pounds in a crisscross manner. Torqued. If you have a center cover, install that now. As far as the center cover, we want to make sure that we align the lug holes, tap it into position, double check to make sure it's secured. Now we can make our way up under the hood. Now inside the engine compartment, we have the upper mounting point for our washer fluid reservoir. We'll go ahead and maneuver things around as necessary to align our locking clip, start in the 10mm headed mounting bolt, and snug it up. Double check to make sure these areas are properly secured together. Now the next thing you would want to do would be to add your preferred washer fluid. Top it off. Reinstall the cover. Okay friend, we showed you the installation of your washer fluid reservoir. Now the next thing you need to do is go ahead and run the vehicle. You want to test the functionality of your washer fluid nozzles on the front windshield and along the back window. Aside from that, just go ahead and close the hood and then take your vehicle for a road test. Thanks for watching.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.